I'm grounded in compassion, centered in compassion, 'cause the most important person is me.
Welcome, everyone, to Real Life, Real Compassion, a weekly space where we talk about real stuff that matters in our everyday life. The stress, the frustrations, the heartbreaks, and even the small victories. And we learn practical ways to navigate these moments with clarity, calm, and kindness. Because here, we're not talking about prescriptions. We're talking about being human. We're talking about real people with real experiences, learning how to meet life with real compassion for ourselves and for others. As you listen, there's nothing you need to do. This isn't a space where you have to respond or keep up. It's simply a moment for you to slow down, to reflect, and to be present with what you're hearing and even what arises for you. And I also want to say this is not a prescription. This is a space for that gentle reflection where you get to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because your experience, it matters. And sometimes what we need most is the space to just hear ourselves, to reconnect with what's true for us. And even though you may not be speaking in this moment, your voice still matters. And if there's something you're navigating, a question you've been sitting with as you've been listening to these, or a topic you'd like us to explore, I invite you to share that. You can leave it in the comments or send it in. And together, we'll continue shaping these conversations that truly matter to us as a community. But this week, we've been walking through our Compassion Pause series, learning how to begin again, how to meet ourselves with compassion, how to soften self-judgment, and how to stop pushing when pushing isn't even working. But let's talk about what this actually looks like in real life. It's a weeknight. You're home, and you're not really home though, because your laptop is open. Emails are still coming. There's one more thing to finish. Your shoulders are tight. Your body is tired. Your mind just won't slow down. But you keep going, because somewhere along the way, you've learned that pushing through is what gets results. But your body is actually saying something else. And this isn't just something we feel. It's something that's actually been studied. One source describes it this way: the workload feels overwhelming as you drag yourself through your day. But you can't seem to get it all done. And now the weight of tomorrow's task feels even more disorienting. These vicious cycles perpetuate a constant state of mental and physical exhaustion, known as burnout. And if left unaddressed, it can deplete your energy to the point of total shutdown. That description comes from research shared through brainfacts.org, which focuses on how stress and burnout impact the brain and body. So what you're feeling, that heaviness, that exhaustion, that sense of I just can't keep up, that's not weakness. That's your system communicating with you. What's happening in your nervous system has been in a prolonged state of effort, constant thinking, constant doing, constant trying to keep up. And over time, the body begins to send signals: fatigue, tension, mental fog, not because something is wrong with you, but because something in you needs a different kind of response. And this is where compassion training becomes essential. In CBCT, cognitively based compassion training, especially in modules 4 and 5, we began to learn how to relate to these moments in different ways. We pause and we gently reappraise. What is my body communicating right now? What would support me in this moment? And this is what we've been practicing all week, beginning again. We've been talking about it in every pause. When the day feels heavy, honoring the imperfections, instead of criticizing ourselves, seeing ourselves differently, instead of, through constant judgment, letting go of forcing when pushing isn't working anyway, and learning to be present instead of always chasing what's next. Each of these is helping you shift from pressure to presence, striving to steadiness. And I heard something once in an interview with Eddie Murphy that really stayed with me. He talked about moving through life more like a sailboat instead of a rowboat. Because see, a rowboat is constant effort, pushing, pulling, forcing. But a sailboat, it moves with the wind, adjusts to what's present, works with the conditions, not against them. And that doesn't mean you stop showing up. It means you stop exhausting yourself, trying to control everything. So in a real moment, you're tired. You're still working. Instead of saying, I just need to push through, you pause and gently reappraise. What is this moment asking of me? And maybe the answer is finish one thing. Let your body rest. Close the laptop and return clearer tomorrow. And that's not falling behind, that's wisdom. Because rest is something, it's not something you earn, it's something your body requires along the way. And when you begin to listen, when you begin to respond differently, you're not becoming less productive. You're actually becoming more sustainable. And this is emotional hygiene, caring for your inner state so that you can live your life with clarity, with steadiness, with compassion. And this is actually why I've been sitting with something for a while now. It's been on my heart to create a space where we can move beyond just listening to me on Saturdays and begin to talk through what this looks like in your life. A place where you can say, this is what I've been carrying. This is where I feel stuck. This is what I'm learning. And be supported in that process. We're building that out on a school platform, and it'll be coming really soon, I promise. I'm really looking forward to gathering as a community with each of you there. So as you move forward, I want you to consider this. What if the heaviness you feel is not a sign to push harder, but a signal to respond differently? You don't have to fight your way forward. You can pause. You can notice. and you can meet yourself with compassion, that's where change begins. So, as you're thinking this thing through, just knowing that if you return with a well-rested body, you can get more done, definitely with a rested mind, than you can with one that's exhausted. From all of us at Compassion Center, may your heart stay open. May your spirit stay at peace. And may you live each day as a vessel of love, fully alive, fully free. See you next time on Real Life, Real Compassion.
I'm grounded in compassion, centered in compassion, 'cause the most important person is me.